Roll the tape forward. They have 5 lines of business. They are so well connected in those 5 lines of business. They have a merchandise company, they have an investment company, they have a bank, they have health and life and property and casualty. You call into any one of those lines of business, and the agent on the other end of the phone knows everything about you in the other 4 lines of business. Guy calls up to update his car insurance. They get that done very, very quickly. The agent looks at the screen and says, and they're taught, do not sell our members something they don't need, but if they need it, and the profile suggests it, sell it to them. Guy updates his car insurance, and the agent says, you don't have any life insurance. You need life insurance. He says, yeah, I know. It's a hassle. I've been meaning to do it. Haven't gotten around to it. She says, we can make it hassle-free. Would you like to start a policy with us? He said, of course. Goes through all the meds, all the applications. Everything was complete. The only thing he hadn't done was sent in his first month's premium. Between the time of finishing the process and the days in which he would send in the first month's premium payment, 2 planes crashed into the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. Guess where he was? In the aftermath of 9/11, USAA sent a crisis response team to Ground Zero. And one of the first people they encountered was this guy's widow. And she's shell-shocked, she's grieving, she doesn't know which way is up, but she knows that he started the policy. And she's hanging on by a thread, talking to the representative, and the representative pulls it up on the computer and says, yeah, he did everything. The only thing we didn't get was his first month's payment. Which in most insurance companies would render the contract null and void. Not at USAA. At USAA, they backdated the policy. They had her send in the first month's premium payment, and they paid out a $250,000 life insurance claim. And they did this on 3 different occasions. And Jim Middleton, the head of their life company, got right in my face and he said, Kevin, if I had the opportunity to do it again, I would do it again. You see, that guy depended upon us. He said, I want you to know something about the uniqueness of our customer base. Our customer base is in the military. When you're going Mach 2 over Bosnia and you're about to swoop in and drop ordnance, if your wingman or your wingwoman isn't there to support you, it could mean your life. He said that's the heightened expectation that our customers bring to the experience they expect to get from us. That man expected us to be there for his family, and then he got right in my face again and he said, Kevin, we are going to be there for his family. What's the magic there? The magic is that, well, the rest of the insurance industry in the U.S. is out there going, beep, 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 beep. USAA is still washing and waxing the car. What are you guys doing to show the customer that they are front of mind long after they've signed the dotted line in? Long after they've engaged you? I think it's a terribly important question. Apparently this works for USAA. They've got 5 million members and 4 million households, 99% member satisfaction rate, 98% customer satisfaction rate, and 70% of all business is word of mouth. Let me close this up by giving you an example right here close to home that I think is very innovative. Most of you know the Tata Group. I did some work with them last year, and they were telling me about their commercial trucking business. And they were saying, how do we differentiate ourselves in the mind of our customers? Those guys that are out there, beating the pavement every day in our trucks. So now in their servicing centers, you pull into one of their servicing centers as a truck driver, and you can get a massage. Or you can take a class, a computer class. It's going to help you become computer literate. Or you can sit down and pick a choice of movies. The idea is, once you've bought the truck, once you've signed the service contract, we want to do something to court you long after the marriage has taken place, to show you that you are still front of mind for us. I think the key to deepening customer relationships, at least, is to ask these 3 questions. You guys are a gifted bunch from an IT point of view. You're changing the world. I listened to the general sessions yesterday. Every speaker that came up said that in one way or another. It's pretty clear you're changing the world. Think of how much more could happen if you took the same skill set that has allowed you to create this IT success story and make it a cultural success story as well. Thank you very much.
I'd like to open this up for questions at this point for maybe 5 or 7 minutes. So is it possible to get the lights on? We can see who's asking. Yeah, just turn them on fully. And we'll start with the gentleman here. Is there a mic that's going up and down? Otherwise, just if you're going to ask it loudly. Yeah.